Hello and welcome to Something Deep. This is a new what if of the channel, and I'm saying this beforehand that this what if is actually what if Sasuke died and gave Naruto a Sharingan. I didn't want to put in the title because it was too long, and I thought this could be a fun what if, so let's get into the what if. So we start off on the Naruto bridge, and Zabuza, Haku, and Gato are dead. The mission's complete. When the team check to see how Sasuke is doing, they see he's on the brink of death, and at best he could barely survive for a couple minutes. And with all the energy he can muster, he says, "I couldn't outlive you, you loser." "Don't talk like that, Sasuke. You're gonna be fine. I'll take you to the nearest hospital and you'll be fixed." But then the dying Sasuke says, "Naruto, I know you and I have never gotten along, but please take my power and abandon my clan. Please." And Sakura, help him too. He's gonna fail and die if it's just him. Just look at him. He then turns on his Sharingan. "Kakashi, please take my eyes, then when you get into the village, give it to them." "Okay, but before I do it, say your goodbyes to everyone." "Okay." "Naruto, I know that we've never really gotten along, but since we've become teammates, I believe that we've become closer." "Sakura, I know you've had a crush on me for the longest time, and my answer is, I've actually tried to warm up to you, but I don't work." With tears in everyone's eyes, Naruto and Sakura nod their heads. "Okay, everyone, turn around if you don't want to see the act." They turn around and hear a scream of pain from Kakashi, carefully taking out Sasuke's eyes while the Sharingan's active. And when Kakashi turns around, they see two red balls in the palm of his hands. Then with Sasuke's last word, he says, with all the energy he can muster, "Good luck and goodbye." And that was the death of the last Uchiha that lives in the Hidden Leaf. Then Kakashi turns to the brick builder. "This is what happens when you rank the mission wrong. Someone dies." "Sorry, I didn't think this would happen." "Well, it did. Don't worry, you won't be sued, but you're going to pay the price of an A-rank mission. It doesn't have to be now, but it has to be soon. Understand me?" The bridge builder nods. "Okay, you two, let's go pack our bags and get into the village, if we really want to fulfill Sasuke's last word." "Right," the two said, and then Kakashi picks up Sasuke's body, and they go back into the village. So we skip the next day, and they just made it back to the village. After they enter the gates of the village, they run to the other getting teams of their year, and they give their condolences. The real biggest problem they had to face was when they saw Ino. The moment she sees Sasuke being carried in Kakashi's arms, she asks,
"Is he okay? Will he get better? Who did this?"
"Ino, he's dead. We got sent on a mission that was too hard for us, and he died."
"Why didn't you save him? You have a mission leader. He's a Jonin. He should be able to handle it."
"Ino,
"No, we are done here. It's obvious you two are just too weak to do anything and just held the team captain back."
And then she storms off, with Shikamaru and Choji running after her, then giving a quick sorry. Then they go straight to the Hokage building. "Oh my, I haven't seen anything like this since the war. I give my condolences." "Hey Pops, I have something to ask you." "What is it, Naruto?" "How do we get the Sharingan like Kakashi? Sasuke's last words where he wanted us to be stronger. Let's take his eyes." "Well, we can schedule the procedure in a day, so as soon as you are ready, we can do it." "Okay, I'm ready. Are you, Sakura?" With all the strength she had, she said yes. So that night, Naruto was prepared to take on this new challenge, because now he knows he can't just become Hokage. He now has to do Sasuke's dream, which was to kill a certain someone, but he doesn't really know who. So he skipped to the next day, and the procedure is just about to happen, and Kashi is telling them the dangers of the Sharingan. "Okay, you two, before you two get it, I need to tell you the things that are negative. 1, you cannot turn it off, so it's always going to consume chakra if it's not covered. 2nd, it is also said the Sharingan is powered by negative emotions, so don't consume it. Are you both ready?" A couple hours later, the procedure was a success, with Sakura getting the left eye, and Naruto getting the right eye. When they both open their eyes, they can see better than they could before. Then they both look at the nurses and doctors, and they can see through them, and they can see the chakra that is focused in their hands. Then Kakashi puts on headbands that cover their Sharingans. "Okay, you two, it seems the procedure was a success, but don't overdo it. Remember what I told you before. Also, since it's a new implant and you need to recover, you will have no more missions for a week. And don't take those headbands off. And if you do, don't open your eyes. You understand me?" They both nod, and then they go home, pray for whatever happens next. 1 week later, and they are ready for the next mission. Made up at the location they see two foreign shinobi from the same village about to beat up Konohamaru. Before he can land a punch, Naruto runs up to the foreign shinobi and tries to charge into him. Right before he can land a hit on him, he dodges and hits the back of Naruto's neck, and he hits the floor. And then the blonde girl standing right next to him pats the person holding Konohamaru. Okay, that's enough, Kankuro. We don't want to get into too much trouble before it happens. A person named Kankuro dropped Konohamaru and walked off. Naruto and Sakura helped Konohamaru up and asked what happened. Well, me and my friends were doing some ninja training, and we accidentally walked into it, and then you showed up, big brother Naruto. Okay, go back to where you and your buddies hang out, and just avoid them. The 3 Academy students and run away. Wow, you handled that better than I expected, Naruto. Then in the trees they see Kakashi reading his book. Okay, you two, before we start your training, we have to talk. Sakura, being confused, asked, honestly, Kakashi-sensei, the tunings and bands are about to happen, and normally you would need a whole squad of 3 to join. But since Sasuke died, Lord Sir gave you an exception. But in order to participate, both of you need to accept it. So are you both going to participate? Hell yeah, we are. Are you with me, Sakura? Well, I don't know. We just saw someone die in front of us, and you got beat in one attack. So even if we did take part in this, would it even matter? Sakura, we were given these eyes for a reason, and that reason was to avenge Sasuke. And if we don't get stronger, it will be wasted. So I'm going to try my best, and so should you. Besides, we won't die from it, so it's fine. If we lose, it's practice for next time. Okay, fine. If it'll make you shut up and we can learn to get stronger to avenge Sasuke. Okay, now that you two have made up your minds, I'll teach you the abilities of the Sharingan. Again, you both are in Uchiha, so you can't turn it off. Next, it gives you better reflexes and eyesight, and most importantly, it allows the user to copy just about any jutsu you want, just by looking at it. There are more things that the Sharingan can do, but that's all you need to know, especially at your stage, only having one tumble. Wow, we can do all that? When can we start? We'll start now, but first let's go to a safe location where you can do it without anyone else getting hurt. So they go to a nearby hill. Okay, you two, uncover your Sharingan. After a minute, Kakashi continues. Okay, Naruto, show Sakura how you do the multi-shadow clone jutsu. Right after he makes a clone, Kakashi immediately said, now Sakura, make a shadow clone from what you've seen. When she tried to make a shadow clone, she was able to make one barely, since it was her first time using the copy ability, and because she has the best chakra control out of Team 7. Okay, now that you know how to make a shadow clone, you can make them whenever you want. But if you want to use it to the maximum potential, you should still practice them like any other jutsu. In Naruto, the technique I'm going to show you is the one I used on Sakura during the bell test. The name is Demonic Illusion, Hell's Viewing Technique. It shows your opponents their greatest fears, and if they don't even know what it is. Now Sakura, don't try to fight against it, please, so I can teach Naruto. She nods and covers her Sharingan. When Kakashi reveals his, and from Kakashi's and Naruto's perspective, he does the genjutsu. The next second, they hear Sakura scream in sadness and fear. Then he immediately undoes it. But from Sakura, she's back on the Naruto bridge, and then she sees a bloody Sasuke saying, it's your fault. You were too weak to do anything. You focused so much on your appearance that you were useless, and I died because of you. Before she can say anything, she's back on the mountain with Naruto and Kakashi trying to comfort her. Are you okay, Sakura? Yeah, fine. It's over now. Just please don't use that on me again without any reason. Okay, now that's it for beginner testing of the Sharingan. And remember, do not uncover your eyes just because you want to, because it drains a lot of chakra, and you saw what happened to me you overusing it. I got knocked out. Say nod and go home for the day. And that's where I'm going to leave a what if. I hope you'd enjoyed it. So see you next time on Something Z.